We are deeply saddened to announce the passing of our beloved Anne Edward Joseph, better known as Auntie, Miss Anne and Mildred of Bishop's Gap, Marcia. She passed away at the OKEU Hospital on Tuesday, 16th June 2020 at 5:12 a.m. She was 75 years old. Mrs. Joseph was predeceased by her mom, Rose Edward, better known as Santonia, her sisters, Christina Dupre, better known as Christmas, Marlena Joseph, better known as Tissace, brothers Joseph Edward, better known as Sonny Boy, Antoine Edward, better known as Orleans. Left to mourn are her husband, Felix Joseph, better known as T-Son of Bishop's Gap, her children, Susanna Edward of Cooley Town, Christopher Edward, better known as Dab Dab of Bishop's Gap, Dennis Conrad Edward, better known as DC of Carolee, Josette Beverly Edward Shalmine of Montsepa. Grandchildren, Jonathan Lance Edward of Bishop's Gap, Kevin Edward of Bishop's Gap, Wendell Charlie Edward of Pralet, Crystal Edward of Two Rouge Marcia, Dane Edward of Carolee, Dana Edward of Sunbelt, Tyrese Nigel Roach in Melbourne, Florida, Destiny Edward of Carolee. Great-grandchildren, Paris Leonce of Dennery, Harmony Edward of Two Rouge, Tyree Henry of Soufrière. Brothers, Marius Edward of Bexo, Moses Edwin of Bagatelle, Peter Edwin in Barbados, Anthony Edwin of Chabot. Sisters, Feliciana Melville, better known as Iluna of Caimagé, Rufina Seeley, better known as Frances in St. Croix, Robertina Edwin Archibald in St. Kitts and Nevis, Thora Edwin in Palm Coast, Florida. Son-in-law, Ainsworth Shalmine of Montsepa. Brother-in-law, Frankie Joseph in Trinidad. Sister-in-law, Martha Edward of Bexo, Philomen Edward, better known as Noria of Marisol. Daughters-in-law, Emlyn Gel of Moshi, Risa Ramsey of Bishop's Gap. Nieces, Gilbertha Edward in Martinique, Alice Matre, Adeline Alexander, Soraya Clozel, Kashina de Turville, Chanel Matre Girahu, and Henia Matre, all of Bexo. Debbie and Didier Leo of Bel Air, Nadia Edward of Cooley Town, Delia Joseph of Bexo, Kiefer Edward in Canada, Jenna and Michael Edward of Bexo, Salma Fenella Joseph in Atlanta, Kayleen Jacob of Caimagé, Vanessa Alphos of Caimagé, Cassandra Matre of Lacroix, Sancha and Joanna Melville of Caimagé. Nephews, Anthony, Stephen, and Michael Melville, all of Caimagé, John Dupre in Canada, Cletus Edward of Bexo, Alex Dupre in France, Pius Alexander, Errol Matre, and Claude Joseph of Cooley Town. Ovens Alexander, better known as Ching Sing of Castries, Shari and Davis Leo of Bel Air, Twain and Elvis Dupre of Bexo, Aaron Philomen of Cooley Town. Godmother, Esther Joseph of Montgiro. Godchildren, Denver Florent of Jiwakako, Christopher Emile of Sunny Acres. Best friends, Josephine Marius, better known as Lorena of Entrepot, Marcelina Gabriel, better known as Angie, and her husband Vincent Gabriel of Pavay, Lucy Samuel of Pavay, Geralda Jabatis, better known as Gigi. Other friends: Mr. Julian and Jennifer Hunt of Sunny Acres, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, Parliamentary Representative, Castries East, Emma Hippolyte, former Parliamentary Representative of Grosley, Ignatius Henry, better known as Damon of Bagatelle, Sharon Fannis of Marisol, Maximus Casabo of Bishop's Gap, Marcella Monrose, Leona Jean Lamontagne. Other relatives: Hilary Moore, better known as Iput of Goodlands, Benjamin families of Deramo and Rivière-Mito, Philip families of Rivière-Mito and Deramo, Anne Oliver of Montfortune, Christopher Matthew, better known as Costo and family of Montsépa and Grand Rivière, Butcher family of Rosehill. Caretakers: Cheryl Herman Wilkie of Bagatelle, Renelda Shalry of Dennery, her former colleagues of NIC and NIPRO, and other relatives and friends too numerous to mention. The celebration of life of the late Anne Bernadette Edward Joseph, better known as Auntie, Ms. Anne and Mildred, will be held at the Minor Basilica of the Immaculate Conception on Thursday, 9th July 2020, from 2:15 p.m. Anne Bernadette Edward Joseph's body will be laid to rest at the Choc Cemetery. The family would like all well-wishers to wear a touch of red if possible. The family wishes to thank all for the outpouring of support during this difficult period, but wish to mourn in private after the funeral. We thank you for your understanding. May she continue to rest in God's embrace.